y'all. So, okay, the one thing that I love about Facebook is that people post these pictures of like nostalgic things that we used to do and play with and stuff when we were kids. And like the other day, my friend Sheena, hi girl, she posted a picture of like, do you remember those little like music box things, and it came with like the CDs that had the grooves in it, and you put, and there were different colors, and you put whatever song. I was like, oh my gosh, yo, I totally had one of those, and I remembered like jamming out with my, I think it was like a, I can't even remember, it was like a Disney one. So I'm thinking like, dang man, when I was little, I had a Skip It. Skip It was a toy that had a plastic circle around attached to a long plastic stick, and then there was this counter thingy, and you just skip your happy tail down the street, go outside and play on the Skip It. Like all my toys, I sprained my ankle every single summer. It didn't matter what I was doing, it didn't matter what I was playing with. Over time, I think my ankle ligaments just quit. They just said, you know what, she gonna do that dumb thing she did the other day. I'm just, I wouldn't break my ankle, it wouldn't be broken. It was always like, you're lucky you didn't break it. Kids were tough back in the day, man. Kids are so weak now. They're so weak. I remember the playground had like concrete. It was concrete and rocks and gravel. You fell off the monkey bars. You fell off the monkey bars. You should have held on. I'm terribly biased because I'm an 80s baby. But as far as I'm concerned, all the good movies came out back in the late 80s and the 90s. The 90s, that was it. Good music too, okay? The Goonies, and Five-O Goes West, The Great Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, every Saturday morning, illuminating television. Remember Recess? Even Recess, and I was way too old to be watching Recess. Tapes, man, making mixtapes. I remember sitting there at night, listening to radio stations with my finger, like poised on the record button, waiting for my favorite song to come on so I could record it, so I could always have it. Just like the whole physical fitness thing, like you see like kids, they're all like obese and stuff. Let me go, I'm high, y'all. I was fat when I was chunky. I hated working out when I was kids. That's why I didn't like sports. Cause I'm like, The only thing I used to like to do when I was little was climb trees. Sprain my ankle climbing a tree. Went outside to climb a tree and there was nobody around, and I thought, finally, peace. I climbed up this tree, and it was cool until I started getting bit because there were like ants in the tree, and I tried to get down too quick and I fell, and I just fell, and there was nobody there to help me, and I laid there for a while, and I was like, maybe if I lay here long enough, somebody will walk by and they'll be like, oh my god, she hurt herself, and then they'll take me to the hospital. But then I was like, if I lay here and somebody comes by me and they see me lying on the floor and they call the cops or something, my mama gonna beat my tail. I hobbled on home with my little sprained ankle. I'm telling you, man, I'm clumsy though. I remember riding down I remember being on my bike, riding down a hill, looking at the ground, like looking at how fast I was going, looking at the asphalt like, oh my gosh, I'm going so fast. I looked up just in time to see the mailbox. I broke that mailbox in two. Had to walk home like this. I don't know what it was, just the way my mother was raised or something, but when I got hurt, she got mad at me. I'm like, no, I'm hurt, mama, I'm hurt. Why you do that? She was mad because she had to pay for that mailbox. It was a nice mailbox. It was like a barn. I just miss my old neighborhood so much. You know how they say you can't go back home again? It's true, you know, because you're different. I remember going, like being in my neighborhood was so awesome. Oh, it was so awesome. Like there was tons of kids around. You always had something to do because you always got kicked out of the house. So you always had to find something to do. I like the games we used to play, even the computer games. Like remember floppy disks? Times have changed so much that when we were playing on the computer in school, we were playing the Oregon Trail. Like they allowed you to play the Oregon Trail in school. I don't understand that, but I guess it was like time management and survival, whatever. But yeah, my people always died. How you gonna get through everything? You get through everything. You get through storms and dysentery and all this typhoid and tuberculosis, and then at the end you gotta get through a river too? Come on, man, how am I supposed to do all this? Only got 30 minutes to play this game, then we gotta go to lunch. So like cool games, and you know what's awesome about nowadays is that you can get all those games. Like we were playing like Yoshi's Island last night. And my kids are watching my husband play Yoshi's Island, and they play Super Mario Bros. 3, so we're doing the right thing, okay? We're teaching them that 90s and 80s is great. I don't know what you guys are gonna have later on, but let's sit here and watch Gummy Bears together and DuckTales. Schools cared so much about your physical fitness. Remember those presidential physical fitness something challenge that you had to do like every year? Like the girls had to do a certain number of pull-ups and the boys had to do a certain amount. Do they still even do that? I don't even know if they do that. Anyway, I had to do a modified pull-up each and every time and I only had to do one. Yeah, because I'm a girl. Whenever we had to run the mile, it was like 15 minutes. I was always the last person. I remember one time though, I don't know what happened in my head, but I was like the first person. I think something switched to something. I was like, I think I was gonna prove somebody wrong. Somebody had called me fat or something like that. And I was like, I'm gonna beat you. Okay, so keep calling me fat. And then I did, like the one time. I made like 7 minutes or something. Never happened again. That was it. That was my glory days, middle school. No, actually elementary. That's sad. The ice cream truck would come around. And all the kids were like, instantly when we heard the ice cream truck bells, like 3 things happened. Either you go run home and get some money, you don't go run home and get some money because you know your mom ain't gonna get you none, so you start asking everybody else, can I get $1? Or you start collecting on past debts. Didn't I? I'm pretty sure I loaned you $1.25 2 weeks ago, so you owe me a push-up. Choco tacos and screwballs and the Mickey Mouse thing with the gum for the nose, Pop Rocks and Chicken Sticks and Lemon Heads and Grape Heads and Boston Baked Beans, Ring Pops. Ring Pop, it's a ring around your finger, Ring Pop. It's a juicy julep flavor, Ring Pop. It's a lollipop without a stick, a ring of flavor you can lick. I had an Easy Bake Oven, about that. My mom asked me what I want for Christmas. She would buy everything before Christmas and like hide it. So it was my job in life to find the toys. She had to hide them, I had to find them, and I always found them because I'm just that good. Okay. So I remember I was like, man, I really want an Easy Bake Oven, Mama. I want an Easy Bake Oven. You don't understand. You won't even have to cook me no more food. I will make my own food. I go in the fridge. You don't even have to worry. I will do it all. Don't give a fat kid no Easy Bake Oven. Really, Mom. But anyway, so she got me an Easy Bake Oven, I found it, and I was like, oh yes! It was like a month before Christmas, and I was like, I gotta test it out. So I went in the bag, and I tore open a little brownie packet and mixed some little water, put it in my Easy Bake Oven, and I sat there, and I waited, and it didn't dawn on me that if you're cooking brownies in your room, maybe somebody might smell it. I don't even remember what happened to that thing. I think I broke it. I'm pretty sure I dropped it with food inside. And then like the batter got all in and then it got baked and I was like, oh, I don't want to deal with that no more. Send me something else. But whooped. You were talking about something getting spankings? I was getting spankings on top of spankings. I didn't even remember what I was doing. But I was stupid though, because I was the only child. I'm like, nobody is that dumb. I never thought I was ever gonna get caught. Every single dumb thing I did. I remember one time I went in my mom's makeup and I like drew a picture on the mirror and fell asleep. She was like, Michelle, get in here right now. But you know what? Being an only child, you have to be crafty. Okay, you gotta be crafty. So as I'm walking slow because I'm trying to get my story straight in my head. I used to always try to act surprised, like, what is this on the mirror? Who drew this? I'm just like, wow, childhood was awesome. So I'm gonna do everything in my power to make my kids' childhood just as awesome, if not more awesome more. But anyway, that's all I got. I'll talk to you guys later.